Hey guys, welcome back. So there may come a time when your check engine light illuminates and stores a diagnostic trouble code. And usually when that happens, you'll need to get a hold of a scan tool to plug it in to pull the trouble code to begin your diagnosis. Well, a lot of people don't have these scan tools, and so that can involve purchasing one or heading down to your local parts store to borrow one. And that can be a bit of a hassle. So today I'd like to show you how to pull your diagnostic trouble codes without using a scan tool. So before we get started, I need to tell you which Panther cars this will work on. And it'll work on all Panther cars from 2006 to 2011 with the optional instrument cluster. And it'll even work on the police model Crown Victorias. So let me go ahead and plug this in ahead of time, because we're going to use my scan tool to confirm and verify the results of pulling the codes without using the scan tool. So I'm going to be showing you how to do this on my 2010 Mercury Grand Marquis. And in order to do this, we need to put it into engineering test mode. And in order to do that, we're going to hold down the select and reset button on the dash right here. And if you've got a police model Vic, it's even easier. You're just going to hold down that little black knob in your instrument cluster while you turn the key to the run position. So let me go ahead and set this camera up. So keep holding the buttons while it's making that chiming noise, and then when it says engineering test mode, you can release it. Now right now it's going to do a gauge sweep just to make sure all the gauges are working. Now in order to scroll through this menu, you're going to push the select button, or if you've got a police interceptor, you're just going to push that little knob you've got in the dash here. Now about 90% of all the different screens in here is gobbledygook, and you're going to need a factory service manual to decode all of the computer language. But I'll show them to you anyways, because there's about 3 or 4 screens in here that can be useful to the regular DIY guy. So this screen right here is it's going to test all the pixels on your display to see if any of them are out. Now this screen right here is going to test all of your idiot lights in the instrument cluster to let you know if you have any that are burnt out. And if one is burnt out, you might want to compare that with the figure or the schematic in your owner's manual. Alright, there's gobbledygook. More gook, more gook, more gook, more gook, gook, gook. Okay, right here, DTC's none. So if you had a check engine light with a diagnostic trouble code stored, it would be displayed on this screen right here. And this is when you'd want to take a photo of it with your cell phone or write it down on a piece of paper. Okay, speedometer. Alright, now this is kind of nice. This is a digital tachometer. So you could actually start your car right now and you could see the RPM, what it's idling at, and that would be a little bit more accurate than trying to read this analog gauge. And another way that could be helpful is if you're cruising on the freeway. You want to know what your digital, or you want to know what your accurate RPMs are at running on the freeway and whatnot. Gook, gook. Okay, now this is a nice one. This is your your coolant temperature gauge. And this is nice because it's in digital form, so it's very accurate versus reading this gauge right here from cold to hot. So right now mine says 34 degrees Celsius, and I looked that up, and that's about 98 degrees Fahrenheit. And the reason why it's that temperature, because I just went and got gas a few hours ago, and it's been sitting in the garage. That's your trip meters. This is nice. Battery voltage, it'll let you know what the PCM is reading. Gook. Driver door ajar, passenger door, or trunk ajar. This could be used to diagnose a faulty ajar sensor. I actually had one of those on this car. So right now all of my doors and trunk is open, and if I open the driver door, see, it just went up to 1, and if I close it, it goes back to 0. So you could use this to confirm and verify if you have a faulty door ajar switch. Same thing with the seat belts. Right now it says seatbelt 1, and that's because I'm sitting in the driver's seat. So it's sensing my weight, and so it knows that there's somebody in the driver's seat. And I guess you could sit in the front passenger seat, and you could see that count up too. And it needs to know that information for if the airbags are going to deploy. Oh, and high beam, check this out. I'll turn my high beams on, and it even indicates that on the screen. And TC status is traction control. I'll turn it off, and you can see we get some kind of value. It says 20. So again, you'll need a factory service manual to decode all this computer language. ABS input, PCM input, I don't really know what that means. Oil pressure, it gives you some kind of value, 936. I don't know what that means, so again you'd need the service manual. Gook, 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 and another gauge sweep. So it looks like those are all the available menus. Yeah, okay, so that's everything. So now what I'll do is, since I already have my scan tool plugged in, I'll go ahead and confirm and verify the codes. Okay, so it cooled down just a little bit. It says the engine coolant temperature is 91 degrees Fahrenheit. And let's go to trouble codes. And it says 0 confirmed, 0 pending, 0 permanent. And there's none in there. Okay guys, so if you ever get a check engine light and you don't have a scan tool, or maybe you're even out on the road and you just can't wait to get home to get it, now you know how to pull your diagnostic trouble codes without using a scan tool. Okay, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.